So not long now till round 2 of the British Touring Car Championship, and I am with reigning BTCC champion Jake Hill. Of course, you had a very, very successful 2024. Kind of sum up everything.
Yeah, I mean, it was a special year for obvious reasons. You know, becoming a British Touring Car Champion is no mean feat. So, yeah, incredibly proud. It was a fantastic year, really. You know, it's people forget that the first 2 rounds we did struggle, you know, so what we're seeing now in 2025 is very similar to sort of what we saw at the start of last year. But obviously, brands, we had a steering rack failure as well, which put me in the gravel. So our season didn't really get going until we got to Snetterton, and then we started to get win after win after that. And yeah, 8 wins later and 16 podiums in total, we ended up clinching the title. So yeah, it was a fantastic year.
Of course, a few changes have happened over the course of the winter. What has been the main thing you've had to kind of focus on? As a team?
As a team, yeah, and developing the car, you know, the lack of hybrid is gone, so the cars are anywhere between 70 and 80 kilos lighter than they were, and that has caused quite a dramatic effect. You know, I mean, the front-wheel drive cars have definitely picked up a bit of speed. We haven't found it yet, I would say, for this year, but the cars are definitely sort of quite a lot lighter to drive, you know, and very different. But it's a new engineering obstacle that we've got to overcome. But that as a whole has been the biggest single challenge so far.
And of course, you've done plenty of tests such as Croft. Of course, you've done one at here as well during the winter. You've also done some at Donington Park. How useful have they been to just try and find that extra bit of speed that you've been kind of lost over the winter?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, every team does a very similar amount of testing. And yeah, we need every day we can get. You know, I'd love to have a couple of more days, to be honest with you, but we're not going to get that until the summer break, at least for now. So yeah, testing is pretty crucial. The brands test I didn't actually do. Colin Turkington drove my car at the test as I was racing at Mugello with a Ferrari. So he did day 1 here, but obviously it's pretty irrelevant now. The track has been half of it's been resurfaced, so it's going to be quite a big change to how the car feels balance wise. And yeah, you know, we're gonna rock up tomorrow morning, and hopefully it's going to be an improvement on Donington.
I was going to go on to Donington. Of course, a strong set of results, but of course there could have been a couple of improvements. How would you say you walked away from that?
Pretty lucky, really. I mean, to grab 2/4 out of a car that's a bit tricky to drive at the moment was good. You know, I mean, yeah, we finished 9th or 10th in the last one, which wasn't ideal. We just got eaten up by everyone on soft tyres, really, and we were not. So, yeah, it was a very, very tricky weekend. But lots of learning was done, though, and it's enabled us to hopefully bring a better car here to Brands.
Of course, looking forward to the rest of the season. Of course, you're trying to kind of get a little bit of amendments from that steering rack failure from last year, and then carrying on from the rest of the season. How do you kind of see that going?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Brands will be an improvement on last year. I don't think last year could have got much worse, but hopefully that's true, you know. But yeah, I love Brands. Brands is my home track, you know. It's home for me, so hopefully we can have a strong result here. But yeah, it's going to be a bit of an unknown for everyone because no one would have driven the track now with this new tarmac down.
And of course, where do you kind of see yourself once we get to the final round here?
Hopefully, just in the fight still. You know, that's all you have to ask for is to be in that fight, to have a chance of winning the title again. That's all you need. You know, so that's the aim. It will be the aim throughout the year. Obviously, I'd love to keep my title, but it's going to be tougher than ever. And at the moment, you know, we haven't quite got the car to stay with the likes of Ash and Tom. But there's no saying that we won't get there. Of course, we will. It's just a matter of when.
Jake, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time, and best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.